show me how to get to know someone like you, someone like you. I want you to know me, 'cause I know then you'll see you can be true, you can be true. I want you to see what I see in us, something so real, something so real. I want you to see that this is a love that we both feel, that we both feel. And how will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying, without trying? And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying, it's terrifying. We've both been there before. When a love shuts the door, it's a losing game. It's a losing game. But this time it's more than another lot of war. This ain't the same. This ain't the same. They say love heals all. It makes it all alright. In time, in time. My heart still feels the breaking, but you make my world so bright. You feel so right. You feel so right. And how will we ever feel that what we got is real? There's no denying. There's no denying. And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying. It's terrifying. And how will we ever
the first time in the cinema.
I can imagine. Okay, that's done with. That was the special little thing I created because this is the first show after Fuck You England Day. And since I was going to be the only American present in the show, I figured I had to do something.
It was the day we said, you know what, to hell with it, you can have it.
No, it wasn't. It was the day when George got the limit. Fucking really? They did what now?
They took the country.
They took the country.
By Jove! Monocle Falls. Well, it's one way to start, and I might as well get on and start and say welcome everyone to Season 2, Episode 2 of the Game One Player Self Podcast. I'm Will McKellar, aka Lad Teammaker. Joining me, as always, up there, it's the lone American, James Atkinson.
See, this is what happens. They don't want to take control over the stream, and I get control. When you give me creative control, this happens. Because fuck yeah.
Just waiting to see now what other American care packages just drop into the stream for you. Because tonight I'm leading the British invasion once again. We're taking back podcasts with the almighty beard himself. It's Carl Palmer.
Hey, tally-ho! Let's take it back. Take it all back.
Let's take it back, what, to the 1890s?
I need to get
maybe not that far.
I need to get a big red mute button and just sit here with it, just like with my hand over it the entire time.
It's like, wait, it's your turn. Is it your turn to talk loud? So on tonight's show, because we have a special announcement anyway, but on tonight's show we have some news, we have what we're playing, talking of bollocks in a ranting way, the usual sort of stuff, and shout outs and all that gubbins. But first, the big announcement is, as you can see, Hugman is not here in the podcast with us tonight. He is in the chat, but he is resting up as he's not feeling very well. So just want to say, get better soon, Hugman.
You're healthy enough to type.
You don't see the state of his keyboard though.
Tissues everywhere and like. Hang on, let me continue here. Just go very carefully.
Yeah, get careful when its tangent's going. Get well soon, mate.
Yeah. Well, Carl said, get well soon, buddy. So, how's your week's been?
Busy. I just disinfect my keyboard frequently for reasons. Yes.
Dude, that's helping you, bud. I've started to dig your hole. You've just dug yourself in deeper at that one. But yeah, it's been a week, really, for me. How about yourself, Carl?
Yeah, man, busy too. It's been work, and then just trying to get cramming as many streams and games as I can at the minute. So, yeah, finally I managed to stop and chill out with the missus tonight and watch a bit of Glastonbury highlights, which I'm still trying to get through. So, yeah, busy week.
What's been your main highlights from Glastonbury then this year so far?
Foo Fighters set was awesome. Barry Gibb from the Bee Gees, we watched his set just and that. Dude, man, he's got some material. You forget how much stuff they recorded over the years, how many songs they wrote for other people, and yeah, that was quite a nice. They've got this legend slot where they get people in, and some of the old classics. So that was quite cool to watch as well.
Oh, nice, because I know a couple of people who were there. And I'm trying to think what big main set was there. Was like Radiohead there this year?
Yeah, Radiohead, Foo Fighters, and the ginger dude. I forget his name.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. That's it. The dude with the guitar and a loop pedal. He killed it. To be fair to him, he did really well. So
before the internet came in and ruined it all for him.
Yeah, as it does for many people.
as we're probably going to find out over the course of the hour or bit. So yeah, let's start the news then. And in news that came as no surprise to anyone who was paying attention whatsoever, Cuphead, the game that we've been waiting for years for, that's out in September. I'm excited. I'm as excited as you are, mate, for that one, because it's like, yes, I can finally get my ass kicked by something else. Yes. Cuphead will never come to PlayStation 4, apparently. This is what the developer has confirmed. Now, one of the things we know is never say never in this world, because there was Mass Effect 1 was never supposed to come to PlayStation, and look what happened. It's there in that collection. But yeah, so they're basically saying that it's not gonna. It's 100% Microsoft exclusive. Which is like, it wasn't a surprise to me. I don't know about you guys. Was it a surprise to you at all?
No.
No, I think with the amount of money Microsoft must have pumped into this to change it from the game we played, Will, a couple of years ago now, to a full-fledged game. It's got Microsoft all over it, but luckily it is on PC as well, isn't it? So
yeah,
I can pick it up there if I do decide to trade the Xbox in.
Well, isn't PlayStation also coming out with things where you can play games from your PC onto your PlayStation?
PS Now is where you can be PS4 onto your PC.
But not the other way around?
No.
Well, there you go, hackers. There's your next step. Do that.
Yeah, hack Steam onto your PS4. Oh, that would be potentially very good.
I'd get in on that.
Who wouldn't?
Just think of the library that you currently have. Put it on your PS4, it's like,
I only
especially with some stuff.
I only bought 5 games during the Steam Summer Sale. I'm very proud of myself.
Well done. I think I didn't pick up too many.
Is that because you already own the rest of them?
Yes.
Currently in library 1,407.
I'm just waiting for like the Steam where it's just like currently in library, all. If you work for Steam, do you have to buy the Steam games, or do you think they give them to you?
Or do they get mates rates?
I mean, think about being like that guy who has to beta test that. Well, I got to make sure this game is on Steam and downloads correctly. Let's just put it on my work computer here. John, why do you have 5,000 hours played of Dota? I'm beta testing.
Game's been out 5 years, John.
It's midnight on Christmas Eve. Well, Merry Christmas to you. I got stuff I got to beta test.
I'm just quickly looking at how much I have in my library of mine rather than the combined. 250 now.
Jeez.
Obviously, Chris is the big hitter, but I'm at. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't. 346.
Man, I think I've only got 100 and something. It's
I don't
not
have
200.
too many tools. Oh.
We're lagging behind there, mate. We've got to catch up now, aren't we? Oh wait, no.
Don't say that.
No. 'Cause that's a
Challenge accepted. Honey, we've got to move.
Well, there's free weekends and stuff too. Like you can play Shadow of Mordor this weekend for free.
Oh, I've got that.
Yeah.
I should play that.
I thought the exact same thing and installed it last night and messed around with it. It's still a relatively fun game.
And look at the glorious world of brown.
The glorious world of brown.
It's like, who knew Mordor was that dire? It's like, so you 50 Shades of Brown then?
I think that thing already exists, and you do not want to go there.
That's why you have to sign more NDAs.
Because there's not a board game about it. That's fine.
Yeah, no, as long as there's not a board game about it.
Just wait to see people just linking out to Amazon. It's like 50 Shades of Brown, the Mordor edition. So, oh no. Let's just move away from that very quickly. And on to the second story, which is, James, you were going to discuss Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah, they came out with a new patch. So you can have New Game Plus and even a harder mode and more skins and better. I think they gave it a whole new tier of weapons too. That's awesome, and I'm glad they did it. I'm not going back to that game.
How come?
I beat it. It's done. I may come back for the DLC, but in my mind, it's good. I did it. I played through the entire game, beat it, recorded it, put it on YouTube. What more could you ask of me?
Go for platinum.
Do it again in hard mode.
I don't platinum things. I play games the way they're meant to be played, halfway through and then forgetting about it for 2 years and then looking at it in your library going, oh fuck, I should really beat this game. Installing it on your PC, letting it marinate for another 2 months, and then uninstalling it because you need to make room for other games that you just had that same issue with. So that's what games are meant to be played.
And that's when you know you've got shiny object syndrome bad.
Yep. When you load up your last save and you're like, I don't remember any of this. Restart, start again. And then you do the same thing a year later.
Or in my case, 7 days. As you'll find out in a bit. But so, I was speaking to Gina about this earlier when she was streaming, and she looked in and went, there's 2 more trophies. I need to get 2 trophies.
No, you don't. And that's the thing. You don't have to get the 2 more trophies. You can just let them lie. They'll be there forever. You don't need to get the 2 more trophies. You can, but...
So if you choose to, if you're a Geo and loves doing it, then yeah, go for it. But, I mean, would I want to? I mean, if they're just for an extra difficulty mode, then no. Because... thankfully, it might not need to have to go through those bloody hunting trials for it, which is a ball ache in itself.
Yeah. The only question is, could I get those trophies through New Game Plus? Because if I could, I would go on the extra difficulty mode, wear that shielded armor the entire time, and then you can just... Because that game is so difficult up until you get shielded armor, and then it's just like, oh, wow, this got real easy. All of a sudden...
You did like the Vince McMahon power walk in, sort of slash
melee becomes an option. Melee becomes melee becomes more viable than shooting an arrow.
Even a Thunderjaw, you just walk up to her and go,
hey,
oh, you gone. It's the boop offense. You go, boop.
It's like, no, you listen to me. I control you now. I'm the captain.
Oh yeah, you take one over and then just let it go. It's like, I'm just sitting here having a cuppa.
Exactly. You're just sitting there just watching it go on. Just, that was hard.
That's good.
I wanted to like 100% that game, but like... And then there's entire areas that are just beautiful that are probably were meant for them to be like, okay, so the DLC is going to be here when we make it. And that's cool, but it's like Unguro Crater and WoW. There's no point in going there for anything in vanilla. It's just there because it's a cool, pretty zone. Look what we made, guys. And everybody else is like, yeah, but it's not part of my leveling curve, so I'm just not going to go there. And then they forced it when they made WoW linear. They can go there now, but... Really, the only reason you went to Unguro Crater is because a hunter wanted to tame a dinosaur.
Yep, that's exactly why I went there.
I went there for mining, because I had to do it for my Paladin Charger quest. Yeah. Back in the days when you had to get...
Back in the day.
Yeah, way back in the day when you had to like spend 200 gold, have gold bars, and you had to forge the bridle, and then you had to get a group to do a hard area of Strathholm, and like kill this guy in a specific period of time, and then tame the Death Charger while the other people attacked the boss. It was freaking hard.
And then they just went, here, have a mount. You know,
And now it's just like, oh, you hit level 40? Here's your charger! And you're just like... Nah, that's not how you do it, man. It's back when 200 gold meant you had a lot of money.
Yeah, they don't know they're born. Back in my day.
Back in my day, we waited 2 hours for Alterac Valley.
So 2 hours, I was lucky to do one mission in 3.
And the battle lasted 3 hours. It was insane. Back in my...
And then when you were about to finish it, your internet was disconnected, so you lost it all.
Back in my day, you had to stand in the middle of the area saying, looking for more Van Cleef. And then one guy would always be like, it's the Dead Mines. No, it's Van Cleef. It was always VC. Everybody knew what it was. If you were Dead Mines, you were a dumbass.
In my day, you had to go around the outside of the play area to find where you were looking for. Not go into middle. Like some rapscallion that out there.
Back in my day, you had to climb out of bounds to get on top of Stormwind Castle. Not just fly.
None of these fancy mods back in my day, I tell you. This macho man dragon, what's that all about then?
Oh, it kind of makes me want to go back to WoW, though.
I've been back to WoW. It's the summer, which means I need to hide myself from the sun. What better way to do it than an MMO?
Yeah, look out the window. What a lovely day on PC.
Just like you look out the window today. Oh, it's pouring rain. Play MMO. Look out the window later on. Oh, it's bright and sunny out. Play MMO. Oh, it's raining. Can't go outside. Oh, it's too sunny. Can't go outside. It's slightly overcast and 70. Still can't go outside.
Chance of rain.
Chance of rain. Could rain.
Yeah, don't want to get wet. No, and then I can't play PC because I might short it out.
Exactly. So the safest thing to do is just to stay inside.
Exactly. Carl, did you have a bit of news while looking through the internet? The quick slapdash.
No, just that they've announced Doomfist on Overwatch, which has got everyone all excited. And the little cartoon short looks pretty badass. You know, he's battling Winston and Tracer, and he's got rips Tracer's thing off her back, and it looks like a cool addition. But I think he's another
tank.
He's another offensive tank character, isn't he? He's not, people are whinging that there's no support character, but it looks pretty cool.
The thing is, I don't think like they could make. I mean, they have a lot of good. Everyone's gimmick feels like a good gimmick to them in that game. What else are you gonna do for another support? I mean, if you look at like the Battlefield roles, you kind of have offensive support, defensive support, full support, Mercy. I mean, you kind of have like kind of the full spectrum. What are you gonna do for like another support? Unless like you do like, and even some other main classes can also fill a slight support need. I mean, you've got Soldier who can throw down the little get your healing. So it's
True.
I'm happy that they're trying to keep the game balanced and they're worrying about balance, which is good. But you know, I'd rather have the game be balanced and fun and have interesting characters than let's just throw out another person who plays kind of like Mercy but has like some of Lucio dabbled in. I'd rather have them have to keep the characters unique.
It's the thing though with the support. Doesn't everybody hate playing support and healing because they don't want to be the one having to go round? I
play Mercy.
I'll play May.
May, who looks a bit like Lucy James. See, you've seen it. That's
I think no, I've seen it. I can't unsee it. No, I love May's wicked just for messing with people. Right.
I like playing Mercy because it's never my fault if the team's losing. It's like, dude, I'm trying to heal. You are all dying. I can only paint establish so much.
You're not healing hard enough.
It's like, what do you mean? All I've done is left click the entire match. Stop running around like freaking idiots. It's like, perfect. Okay, just stay there, Tanky. You're in a good spot. Reinhardt, just stay in there. And Reinhardt like turns the corner. You're like, no, Reinhardt, I don't have line of sight. Then you like turn there, and all of a sudden their sniper, their Genji goes like, oh, May, and then like everybody just converges on you because you're the freaking healer. Mercy, I should say. You're the freaking healer. should probably do that. Be like, okay, so the next support character is just gonna be somebody who just it's a giant target. That's all it is. Just a giant just target that just runs around. It just heals everything. But it's like, here I am.
Weird sort of homage to Tofu from Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do that? Why didn't you just have Tofu just running around instead?
I remember before they patched it, we did like me and Chris did like the 2 healer team. We were both mercies, and nobody could kill us because I would be damage boosting him and he would be offensive mercy, and then if he got hit, I'd heal him, and then if I got hurt, we'd heal each other back and forth. And you just sit on it, the point, just like healing each other. It's like, be my guest, man. Try and break down that healing. The other person would go down, res, alternate supers.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it was like, you'll never take the point, but you'll never get it either.
It's a stalemate, really.
Pretty much.
We're winning. Bye. And then they get a wall of them. It's like 5 mercies. Oh, fuck.
Can't do that now, though. Can't do that now. It's sad.
And people are glad.
Yeah. I don't know. We had some fun games where everyone was the same character. So
The Harambe Rush.
yeah, the Harambe Rush was just the best. So that's all we Winston just for
Kim!
shits and giggles.
Twitch is letting Kim watch, guys.
The patron saint of Tigwhippy.
I need to get, once again, first buy is going to be a soundboard. And then I'll have to get like the hallelujah button when she comes into chat. Hallelujah.
Oh, hallelujah.
I take it there are Twitch issues normally then.
For her.
Yeah.
There's usually Twitch issues for us too, but not right now.
Yeah.
That being said,
Touch that wood.
I'm staring that bit rate. And that's what Chris is doing right now for me.
It's like, so don't you do it, Twitch. Don't you do it.
It's like, okay guys, just hold on here a second. I just gotta do this real quick. I'm just gonna turn this this is just video is gonna just be turned off for a few minutes. I'll be back. Just leave that just leave it like that for a few minutes. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's good.
So, what's he doing? Oh, here comes the surprise then. Okay. So, shall we move on to what we've been playing while the surprise simmers?
Sure.
And just bubbles under. Who do you want to go first? Do you want to go first, Carl?
As in what I've been playing, yeah?
Yeah.
Not a great deal. Persona 5 is done and dusted. I've finished the game, I've platinumed the game. So I finished it 3 times, I guess. I've also exchanged the game. Literally sold it straight away after I platinumed it because I knew, like, as I finished it for the 3rd time and I'm still there going, what do I want to play next? I still want to play Persona again. So yeah, I had to sell it. So, but it worked out. It worked out really well because I bought it for like 42 quid. I sold it for 50 quid, and I put 270 something hours into the game, and it was like literally the best free game ever. So after that, I picked up like Dirt 4, played a bit of that with you, Will, and Tim, and I need to get into the single player mode, play a little bit of that.
To stop yourself flying over my car and multi.
Yeah, the Dukes of Hazzard flip from that looks even better on that snippet. But yeah, I don't know. I kept hitting tires on corners. I kept driving into just clipping the corner, and then I'd go. It was great fun. But that game's pretty cool. Good for your mates and stuff. So, and a bit of Injustice. Couldn't get to grips with Injustice 2, so part X that pretty quick. It's too floaty, don't know, just couldn't get into it.
Some of the controls didn't want to seem to work when I tried it briefly. It's almost like, when you're trying to punch and it just doesn't seem to want to. It's just like, no, I don't understand what you're trying to do.
Yeah, there was something. it just seems slightly off with the button presses and stuff. I even tried my arcade stick and used that, but it's still like the backwards, forwards. You kind of roll around in the half circle and stuff, and it never seem to react the way I wanted it to. So I thought, knock it on the head. I'll pick Tekken up at some point, play that instead. What else have I played? It's been PC games, really.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the one that we
Footlol.
like, yes.
Footlol. If you want a cheap Steam game which will make you giggle, it's about £1.50. It's basically football, soccer, but with you don't actually control the men on the pitch. You control. You just use your mouse and you control a cursor, and you can just mess about with what's going on the pitch. You can put landmines down, you can blow the other team up, you can blow a ball into the back of the net, you can launch cows across the pitch, which knock everyone out of the way. You can click on all the players and send them all off. It's got crazy stuff. You can launch asteroids from outer space onto the pitch and blow up, and it's crazy.
They don't have any licensed teams in it, though, right? I imagine it's just all generic.
It's all generic. Yeah, you start the game, you pick your country, you pick your strip, and then you just launch straight into it. So
it seems like it'd be very cathartic for some Arsenal fans right now with Arsene Wenger. Play that game.
Could be. They've been calling down a lot of boulders from outer space, I'm guessing. But a lot of fun that game.
There's some stereotypes in there that made me just go, oh, that's a bit close, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a couple of close to the bone.
Because the thing is, the characters aren't normal sort of pixelated guys. They're like these sort of cut out cardboard little men creature things with googly eyes.
Yeah,
so there's a win right there.
And then you blow them up and they just go wee and fly across the screen. So it's a cool game. And what else have I played? A game called Mini Ghost, which is like a little 8-bit platform shooter, nice retro style. That's probably about it. I haven't played a ton in the past week. Been busy a lot with work and that, so and Platinum and Persona. So
and remember, it's only been one show since you've been on last.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
So that's understandable.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, though, it's like, weren't you tempted after you Platinum Persona to go, I can delete these and start again, so I can earn the trophies all over again?
Log on to Luke's profile. Like, more trophies.
Here's a question, though. Which waifu was it?
First playthrough, all of them.
Okay.
Romance everybody, and then got the douchebag ending, which is hilarious. And then the second one I picked. Who did I pick? I don't think I ever picked one girl. I always picked a couple. just
teenager.
Just why not? Yeah. So I picked up the teacher, the doctor. So Kawakami, Takemi, is it? And the fortune teller. The fortune teller turned me down. The only girl in the game to actually be like, "Nah, you're all right."
Well, she saw you coming.
Really? Well, so actually, yeah. To be fair, she was reading my fortune. But like, why are you cheating on all of these girls at the same time? So in the third playthrough, I made sure that I managed to get her as well. So, but I love that element of it. I think it's hilarious. It is kind of lame. Once you romance them, there really is no point hanging out with them again because you kind of. It's all generic after that point, but there's a couple of parts in the game where you go to Hawaii on a school trip, and depending on where you've got people to a certain position, they'll want to hang out with you, and one of the evenings on the beach and stuff, and you get like a little different trinket for each time that you do that with different girls. So it's cool.
Bloody hell, is this like Saved by the Bell?
It is like a teen drama kind of.
Yeah, so what you didn't know, the Persona 5, where as a JRPG, it's secretly a dating sim with JRPG covering. Simmer.
Good evening, Simmer.
Good evening. Yeah, the beard does need a trim actually, because the moustache kind of is getting to the point where it could quite easily twizzle upwards now. So I think it's
You're getting
needs a bit
towards the
of a-
Jimi Edwards one. You're getting towards it.
When you
Next time
can
we
go
see you on the show,
Snidely
we'll
Whiplash, when you can go Snidely Whiplash, it's time to trim the beard.
yeah, it does need a bit of a buzz. So
Sadly, I get the Joe Dirt, so
but yeah, that's about it for me, fellas. To be fair,
Or there is one thing you have forgotten, because I will talk about it a little tiny bit from what I've been playing. Is Rocket League.
oh,
We
what?
played Rocket League last night.
That's a given, though, isn't it? That's like every week. I'm
It's
so
a
used to
without fail, isn't it?
yeah, I'm so used to not talking about Rocket League because on a band of gamers, I'll just talk about Rocket League like every week. It'd be like, we'd have to give the game a different name every week.
so we're playing a rocket car soccer simulator.
Yes, this week that's what we were playing. We were playing Rocket Car Soccer Simulator, the Beezer Homes League edition, and Tim was on fire this week.
Tim, yeah, he was on fire last night. Everyone's improving. That's what I love about the game. Everyone, the more hours you put in, everyone's just like, you'll turn up one week and somebody will just be like up there. Someone will just improve so much. It's great.
It wasn't some of the matches weren't as close as they were the week before, because the week before it was just crazy. All of us is like there's only really what 1-2 matches that wasn't won by just one goal, and it's like, wow, that was just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, some of them last week were super close, and there was a couple of mullerings last night, and I was on the receiving end of one particularly bad one. Where I think Sima put the ball in and I scored off my own arse, if I remember rightly. We all make mistakes and live and learn. So
Yeah, we've all been there, and we've all like looked and went, I'm sorry, I'll just go over here now and just not to touch the ball for the rest of the game. Which is what I normally do anyway, but there you go. But I completed Watch Dogs 2 at last. More jumping and falling, and that was a great ending. I really enjoyed that ending, and they ramped up the final few missions to be quite tough, but it wasn't unexpected. There was just a sudden jump, and it's like, oh crap, this is going to be tough. But I loved the story. The story was much better than the first. I'm actually gonna look for some DLC down the line, especially like after EGX, see whether there's some there, because that was really fun.
You missed your shot with the summer sale.
Yeah, did I? Shit. And for the chat, Bean, of course you can chat now, mate. Jump in, carry on, interact with us. Played more Watch Dogs 2. Managed to get bamboozled by a door button that wasn't immediately on a door to open it, so I'm like wandering around for 10-15 minutes at the end of my stream going, what the hell? I honestly don't know where to go next. Button right by the door. So I'm just going to end this here. so there was that. I played some more Serious Sam, the first encounter. Thanks for not telling me about the lava monsters. Thank you for that. I come out from a pyramid and one just appears. It's like, oh,
you're a big one, aren't you?
that's something. And then they chuck little tinier ones out as well to come at you. It's like, Jesus, what the hell's happened there? But yeah, if you have not played Serious Sam, do so, because otherwise you're missing out on a rip-roaring first-person shooter. Let's see, played some Micro Machines. Yeah, it's fun. We had some of the devs in watching it, which was really cool. But the only downside to it was the servers kept dropping. Which it's kind of like, well,
not great.
We're not going to moan at you if it is, but there you go. And then they put an update right in the middle of our stream. So we had to stop, update the game, and then carry on. It's like, well, okay, nice.
I have a feeling that should be a gamer shirt. Stop, update, and carry on with like the Queen's thing that we always see.
Yes.
Yes. Tig Whippy idea right there.
Well, we'll do it. Actually, no. Maybe that's the idea for Tig Whippy shirt number 1. Stop, update, and carry on with the Tig Whippy's logo in the middle. Tell us what you think, chat. Tell us what you think. I can talk to my graphic designer, and he'll have it to you when you get episode 50 live, or episode 50 on audio.
You get as a sorry we're late. Here's a T-shirt.
Should you just make these like miles, like freaking follow milestones? Hey, we hit 100 followers. I'll release the 50th episode audio version.
Get at it, people. Get at it.
I can just hear like people just frantically creating Google Twitch accounts just so they can follow this guy so we can get this goddamn episode.
So we want to hear about 50 Shades, the board game.
Oh God, yeah, no, that's a 45-minute clip of its own right. God, I think somebody
that from my mind.
There's a clip of that, by the way. Have we shared the clip? Somebody clipped that.
Somebody clipped the full 45 minutes.
Not the 45 minutes. Somebody clipped 30 minutes about us describing it as a summer sale game that you can get in the at Amazon.
And reading Amazon reviews.
Yes.
This game was different to what I imagined. I bet it
Wasn't
is.
it all what I thought it'd be?
I thought it was a great game to play with my gran.
We're just all sitting. I just couldn't believe it existed. It's like I just blew my mind at that point. It's like a train wreck. I just needed to see more.
In 2 weeks I will be, or just over 2 weeks, I will be seeing this in person.
You better be.
Dear.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
Pictures.
I have well, as long as this gets bloody sorted, I have no excuse. I really do not have an excuse to not get pictures because there's a better camera on it now. So,
are we going to see the pants too?
Yeah. We'll see if Lucy still has the pants. We'll do like a recreation of it, a reconstruction.
See, I need like the crime drama recreation of it, where everything's like in black and white, and like it's like just somebody narrating over, and then this is when she walked in to find not a person, but his pants. On the ground.
You see, picture Lucy's face.
And it's not. It's not even Lucy. It's like somebody who doesn't look anything like her, just shocked. And then like Lucy is just sitting in that black screen, just narrating to the camera. It's actor portrayal because CNC maybe too. Yeah, exactly. No.
I was shocked. I could tell you. I mean, who would be so monstrous to leave some pants in the bathroom?
It's even funnier. I just imagine it's not even like Lucy. It's just Rob in a wig.
That'd be even better.
We can make that happen.
It's just like the recreation of the crime scene is just Rob in the wig. It's like, what? How are they? It's just it's horrible. It's pants on the ground.
And we have CSI camera angles, so it just zooms in at times, different variations.
Okay, you're getting a little bit complicated here. I was just going for like the documentary of like, like.
Oh, more Crime Watch. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine. So, 2 more things I will talk about briefly. Little Nightmares DLC came out today. Played it, finished it in about 2 hours tops. It's a nice little chapter. It adds to Little Nightmares. There's quite a nasty end for the thing you're going up against. Because it's been chasing you around that level, and you kind of get paranoid, and you really want to get past certain parts of the platform areas because it gets annoying to the point where you just can't do it, and then you just want to get it done, and then it abruptly ends, and you're like, oh, okay, can we have some more? Thank you, because that was too short. And Battlegrounds. Now, yeah, I've talked about Battlegrounds before, but this week, as I've said to them before the show, one of the most inventive ways I was killed this week on there. So I'm in a house. Ed's already gone. He's been shot by them. Getting more and more paranoid as I'm hearing them running around outside, running inside the house. They haven't found me in the room they were looking for. And then all of a sudden things go quiet. And I see one of them poking their head through the doorway as they're lying prone for me to shoot them close point blank range with a shotgun. Fantastic. You think. Then it goes, but his mate's there. So I start quickly trying to reload my shotgun. As I see the guy do this. Ta-da! Bang! Kills me. One shot. Like, you bastard. It was funny, but it was like, damn you all. Which is one of the things I love about Battlegrounds now, because you have this cool bit. With the Dune variations now, there's going to be 2 new maps coming. One of them is like a desert where you can get mountain bikes in it, or push bikes. It looks like. Because like, you just imagine going across the battlefield, getting chased by the gas that's slowly creeping in on you, and you're just pedaling like shit. Going, oh.
Like a child's bike that you just nicked got from someone's house. A little basket on the front, bright pink, just so you're innocuous, you know.
A little tricycle with a little bell. That would be awesome. Which also reminds me just briefly of when we were playing Dirt. You remember the last rally that we was doing that Tim absolutely blitzed us on with the fog?
Yeah.
Me and you were shitting ourselves. It's just
genuinely.
Because they've done that so well with the fog. The fog was really, really impressive. So you couldn't actually really see too far. And this is like, oh shit, what's going on here? What the? I was genuinely scared. I mean, even after I implanted my car onto a gate post and just fucked it up completely. It's like, well, I'm not going anywhere now. But yeah, they've really done that well. It's not an Xbox One exclusive, no. No, as far as we're aware.
Timed, is it?
It's timed. They want to bring it to PS4, so.
We're talking about Pugbo, right?
Yes.
You could just beta test it on PC. Unless you don't have a PC that can run it. I mean, a lot of people do have gaming PCs, can't run it because it's not optimized yet, but they're working on it.
It's getting a lot smoother.
It is.
The last update's really smoothed it out. So that's pretty much what I've been playing. So James, it's up to you now, matey. What have you been playing this week?
I played WoW in Final Fantasy 15. Get the MMOs right out of the way. Just gonna shove them under the rug. Let's not talk about them. They're just gonna stay down there until it's shove it in the hole. We'll talk about it once it puts its lotion on the skin. I'll play the MMO again. But I got something. I played Motorsport Manager. I streamed it with Will helping me backseat drive it the entire way. I dare say I got a little bit better at the end. We actually, I think in the last race I had Gomez podium. He got 3rd place.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So the last, and then all of a sudden the chairman was just like, okay, you made it in the black. Here's all this money, and I just went, I'm going to spend it on all the cars. And it just went nuts on a huge spending spree. And then after Will left, there were still people in the chat, and we were data mining it. And then the first race happened, and it went really well. And I think I took 5th and 7th. So it went really good. I was really happy. And then I started looking through all the mods, because this game you can mod the crap out of it, as with any of the manager series, whether it be Football Manager, Baseball Manager, and I found a mod, and I downloaded it, and Will is going to freak out when he hears what mod this is, and it means I have to restart my save, but it's called the Ice 17 mod, also known as the International Championship Experience 2017 mod, which adds, and I'm quoting here, features Formula 1, Verizon IndyCar Series, Formula E, Le Mans Prototype, Blanca GT3 Series. Adds 350 real sponsors, 200 plus handcraft real drivers from F1, Indy, GP2, GP3, LTM 1 through 3, GT3, DTM, and Formula E. The lowest league is Formula E. Then you go to F1, and then you go to World Championships. I'm looking for Iron Brew. I haven't found it yet. 1,000 plus custom graphics, 50 plus custom F1 liveries, 50 plus custom videos, 50 real teams, team colors, chairman, and principals, 18 custom 3D models of actual F1 cars and E-Series cars, 5 different championships to complete with a complete overhaul of rules, races, and point system, real journalists and media outlets. My first interview with Sky Sports News. I thought that was really hilarious.
So hang on, Ted Kravitz. Okay, what do you want?
I actually think that was.
Yeah.
It was the person who covered whoever covered the esports or the e-racing, because that's where you start off in. And I was just like, okay, so this is a thing. And I went into the first run, because as we were talking about as we watched the first one, there was no qualifier. There was just time trial and then in, and it was cool.
Yeah.
So I went into the first one. It was the E-Series, the first one. And by the way, I'm pretty sure that they actually used the real maps for like the actual races. So like whatever I think it was, where was I? Was Italy was the first in the E-Series this year? Yeah, it was Italy was the first race. So they actually have like the lineup of races for the actual races.
Oh, sweet, because I know the original game doesn't. There's bastardized versions of Monza in there, for example.
They're still using the bastardized tracks.
Yeah,
but they're using them in the order of the actual racing, like how it was set up for the league. So I was sitting there going, okay, cool. So I do my test trial. I do my normal test trial thing. I'm like, great, cool. All of a sudden it goes, now for qualifier. I'm like, nobody said anything about qualifiers. This is new. And then we qualified. I'm like, okay, cool. We qualified at like 14th and like 19th place. I told my sponsor I would be above 14th, which means I just have to make sure the 4 other racers crash, and we'll be guaranteed. Perfect. And then all of a sudden I went into the game, it was like 25 laps. I'm like, I'm used to 10. So like, the pack started to really spread out a lot more, and I'm like, oh god, this is a lot more micromanaging. And I'm like, don't stack the driver, don't stack the drivers. I stack the drivers. Fuck. But yeah, no, Will is going to be all over this, because of course the first person I started scouting was Hamilton. It's like, hey Hamilton, do you want to join Tig Weepers Racing? Not interested. Are you sure? It's fun.
We got Iron Brew.
Hashtag sponsored, not sponsored.
So look, Lewis, a pork pie. Come on, pork pie.
Follow the pork pie.
Yeah, we need Harry Hamilton. No, we need Harry Bamilton.
With the the Formula E category.
Yes.
During the pit stops, did they mod in the certain way they do this, where they basically get out of the car and jump into another one and then carry on?
No, I think it's still the pit the way you see it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure, like, if you, once again, because the way the game is structured, I'm pretty sure that if you want to think it's that way, then it is that way.
All right, that's cool.
I mean, like, I'm okay with it, because, I mean, okay, so they didn't add that one feature into the game. It's still, I mean, you saw the game. It's, I would dare say, from what I know of F1 and Formula Racing, it's pretty true to form for a simulationist game.
Yeah, especially for the management side of it. That's, especially for tactics and strategy that the teams go through on a weekend. It was pretty much up there.
And just watching me spend money like a madman.
Yeah, that's F1 lane in a nutshell.
It's like sitting there, it's like, don't worry, guys. We just need to finish higher than 14th. Why is that? Because we finished higher than 14th. That means we're only going to lose 1.2 million pounds. We need to do, and we'll be 50. We ended the year 54,000 pounds in the black.
Hey, it's still a profit.
It's still a profit. And you saw at the end, like, we were like, I need to take the sponsorship. It's not that good, no, but it gives me money up front so I can buy drivers. Because I was
Yeah.
buying drivers like a madman.
But have you settled down with your driver buying in your second season?
New save in ice. Ice has got to start from scratch because it doesn't carry over from your old save. I still have that save. I can come back. No,
Yeah.
now we had to. Yeah, you'd actually really like when you do. I know I'm kind of going on long about it, but you'd like the off season because the off season you actually design your car for next season. And by designing your car, you choose which alloys and what chassis and how, like, so like, okay, so like, here's your chassis. Cool. You can buy from 3 different people. There's like the least expensive, the medium expensive, and the most expensive. This one is more fuel efficient. This one is less so fuel efficient, but does this. So, but costs this much. So you have to sit there and go, oh crap. Gonna make this more. I can make it more fuel efficient, which is good, but it's gonna cost me £5 million. But I can make it a little bit less fuel efficient. It only costs me £2 million. So like they give you a budget up front, and then you have to choose like where you're gonna place after that. So you have to like budget it all out, and then they actually do like testing for the car, which means like after you take it, they have a whole like you basically go to like the Nuremberg and test the car out along with everybody else trialing and like okay, so this didn't work out, your driver didn't like this about the car, they give you your feedback, and then like your engineers kind of it gives you something to tweak going into the next season. Which also sucks is that all the parts that you built for your previous car goes away, so you have to rebuild all the dodgy parts that you were making throughout the entire series.
Oh, so it resets the levels.
Well, yeah, because it's a new unless you keep your chassis the same. Unless you keep the same car that you had from the previous season, because you're building essentially a new car chassis. You're not going to put the gearbox that was made for a different. I'm going to take this Ford gearbox and try and shove it into a Volvo. just not gonna cut it. So
now, interestingly, you've said that in real life that kind of happened in Formula One a few years ago. Brawn, the team that Ross Brawn took over from Honda when Honda decided a few years ago to pull out, he basically bought Mercedes engines, and during winter, did like the final 2 or 3 weeks before the season was supposed to start, they put this brand new engine into this, not knowing whether it would work, whether it even fit, and it worked. They turned into the championship winners for that year.
That was a race, man.
So nice little bit of history there for you.
I mean, that game looks so interesting, but also when I look at the options for it, I'm just like, that looks so complicated.
it's
Getting into all that.
I know nothing about Formula One. I knew nothing going in. I know that there was the best racer in the world. His last name was Hamilton, and I didn't really know what the first name was, but I know he was, English, raced for Mercedes, and he's really good. That's about it. Remember, I'm coming from a society where everybody turns left, and the wheels are on the inside of the car, not the outside. So.
Then left for 4 hours each weekend.
Pretty much, it's an excuse to do something while drinking. That's what racing is here. So going into that completely blind and knowing from having tried to play like a football manager, which you want to talk about freaking options. Trying to negotiate a contract in that game, I was just like, I don't have a degree in accounting, so I don't know if I can do this. It holds your hands. It's very intuitive. So like the options are there. And when you get to the actual racing, the strategy's there, and you kind of get into it. It's more about kind of feel than anything else. Like there is kind of that whole build-up engineering part to the race, and then when the race actually happens, it's like you completely kind of have to switch your brain to like, okay, everything that's been done has been done. Now let's go to the race, and then like your car gets better throughout the year because your parts you improve them, you get them repaired. It's very intuitive, and it feels like that what I imagine that experience would be as part of that team. Your drivers get more comfortable with the engineers that are working with the teams. The pit teams get better. Rules change because you have to vote on the rules. So it's very intuitive, and ultimately when it comes down to the actual race thing, there's really like three things you need to worry about: how aggressive your driver is on the gas, how aggressive they are on the tires, and when do I pit them to give them more gas and get them more tires. That's ultimately what it comes down to. It's a 3 decision thing, and otherwise you're just watching the entire time.
Oh, so they're refueling this?
Yeah. You have to tell them when to pit. Like you
Old
basically
school?
yeah. So like, well, because I remember the first race, like we'll watch. He's like, "Don't stack the drivers." I'm like, "What's stacking the drivers? Like, you got them pit both at the same time. You're doing it wrong." I'm like, "Oh, that's a thing."
And so I see
2
my
cars,
advice.
1 pit crew.
See, my advice was to try and go 1 lap difference, if need be, for that. Because that way, then you know, if your strategies can be the same, but you're not potentially ruining the race for one of your drivers. You're trying to you're trying to maximize it for both your drivers, so you win ultimately, being the constructors.
When I took third place, the way I did it is that I did because remember we were talking about the 2 pit 3 pit strategy.
Yeah,
And I did it on a 3 pit strategy, on a 2-3 pit strategy, because what I basically did is I sacrificed the 2 pit driver because he got in first place when everybody else pitted, and I basically set him. I'm like, I knew he was going to run out of gas. He wasn't going to finish the race. I was like, I knew this was going to happen, but I set him on defensive driving and overburn the tires. Basically means he'd back up everybody else who came out after him. So when the pits came out, he backed everybody else up, but let my driver through. So he got aggressive. The other guy just got balls out aggressive and got passed out our guy, and then ended up taking third. So, and then the other guy placed last, but he got the other guy into third place.
hey, it works. Yeah,
It's a legitimate strategy.
yeah, true. Or if you could have got him enough fuel for the end, you could have had it. Didn't sort of weaken the fuel as such, so he wasn't burning as much. I tried to try and sort of stretch that out.
I did, and that was the thing. It's like I tried to stretch out, but it was like I can make a play to get my other driver in first and have him be just with full fuel, enough fuel to finish the race at maximum, fresh tires, and finish the race out. But I need to not pit him, and he's only going to have enough to go half the next lap on the gas he had. And I was like, well, go big or go home. Let's do it.
Simmer may or may not be playing as we're speaking. He says there are more mods than
Yeah,
Not dinners.
Yeah, it's insane. It's a very good game. Very easily accessible too. So when you look at kind of the world of like, the guys who play Football Manager and stuff, and that game just looks like accounting spreadsheets. This is coming from a guy who played FIFA, and it's like, well, even that was like a jump for me. This is very accessible. It gets very intuitive, and the other thing, it has a tutorial mode. The first 2 races, they will hold your hand through about this is how you build parts. This is why you want to build parts. This is how you pit the crew. This is how you do this. They build strategy. And you can join an already existing race team that has good drivers. I'm just the guy who goes in and goes, no, I don't need a tutorial. Let me build my own team, build it from scratch, and let's figure it out as we go. First race, place 19th and 20th. Why is that? Cars ran out of gas halfway through the race. Oh, pitting's a thing. You have to put gas in the car. Can't just go fast the entire time.
So, and the lesson is?
And the lesson learned.
The 1989 season. Oh, fucking hell. It's a
Nice.
sploosh.
But yeah, no, that was the majority of it, and that was the stream that I may or may not be having the VOD play when we're done. Yeah, gotta go fast, pretty much. If you ain't first, you're last. Tigwibby's Racing will be first. We'll show them how Americans do F1 racing. by having two Chinese Wonder Kid drivers win.
Ricardo has a German engine in it, Spanish design.
It's
Just drive me to the left.
It's a
Into the
Tig
wall.
Whippy's Racing, run by an American manager in an English countryside factory with Chinese drivers and a South African chairman. That's just how we do it, man.
And German technology.
Well, like I said, we're technically it's just team. It's nothing's more American. No, it was nothing's more English. It was like England and the colonies, because we were assuming that the Chinese were from Hong Kong, being the special economic district. Yeah, exactly. Nothing more American. Import everything. Import the Chinese drivers over. Let's just hope we can get them visas. That's why the factory's based in England, because we can get work permits for right now. We're not sure in a couple of years. You do get a little dicey there.
Depends on where the government actually, decide to negotiate that one, I think.
Well, they're coming from China, not Europe. So, imagine it's the same.
We may just end up, severing ties with everybody, though, so you never know. It's like the kid with no friends in the corner of the playground.
Exactly.
Except we have America as a friend.
Yeah, we've got America as a friend.
As it goes. Because, America needs a friend too.
Hey, buddy, you want to go close our borders to people? All right, buddy. You're not my friend, pal.
My friend, my pal guy.
Country friends.
Yeah.
Country friends. Super friends.
Special country friends.
Exactly. Oh yeah, so Motorsport Manager is where I spent the majority of my time to kind of gloss over everything else. Played MMOs. That's under the rug. Downloaded some other games. Have yet to bring them up because I'm wondering what I should play on Steam or not. I've got Shadow of Mordor. Reloaded that game. That game's fun. Surprisingly, even the graphics, but the gameplay is aged relatively well, and I think it's a good kind of ramp up to get yourself used to Shadow War that will be coming out
in October.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm basically trying to find what to spend my time on between now and when everything gets released in the fall, because the fall is just going to be just a cluster of all.
Oh, it's crazy.
And even next month, they decided to release Uncharted Lost Legacy in August. So on August 26th. I was surprised.
Yeah.
I just went, oh.
Can't wait. I'm ready. I'm ready for more Uncharted.
Yeah. Claudia Black.
I'm happy that they didn't go back to Nathan Drake too. I'm happy that they closed that chapter.
Yeah.
I don't mind if he shows up as like a side character, but
I think that story was nicely rounded out and sorted.
Oh yeah. Without spoiling, that bit right at the end. But it was done so well, done really well. I just hope that they don't have Chloe and Nadine taking their own characters rather than being like, she's the Drake and Chloe, that is.
I want them to do like the Naked Gun buddy cop kind of comedy shtick.
Oh, brilliant!
Just do that.
You want them to have a shootout with one just behind the bin, the other park bench, but they're like within 2 foot of each other. Like,
that's how Uncharted 1 felt like sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah, and then you get to Uncharted 3.
Yeah, that wasn't the best. 1 was good, 2 was awesome, 3 was average, 4 was excellent. So,
but
yeah.
this one does look good.
Was 3 better than 1?
No.
Okay.
One was better than that, because I think it goes 4, 2, 1, 3.
See, I'd go 2, 4, 1, 3. Yeah, I love 2, but then I don't know how well that holds up now after playing 4. So
Well, after playing it straight for a straight 8-ish hours, it still holds up quite well. It does hold up quite well.
Yeah. I haven't played. I played 3. No, 2. I beat 2. And I was like, I don't need to play another Uncharted because that was good. I'm happy with that. Yeah. I played whichever one he starts up dying on the train.
2.
Yeah.
2.
Like that opening sequence to me was just like, oh crap. Yeah, we're in the game now, boys. This is a thing.
So remember
it
watching
was
that E3.
awesome.
That was that game. It just set the stall out for that game when you saw that sequence.
To me, it was like that's when I looked at it. I'm like, I need to play this game because it feels like freaking Indiana Jones. Like that's how like that because it would just like boom, you're there, and then it kind of like brings you back and then brings you back forward. I'm like, that's an Indiana Jones kind of a shtick, a little bit. Like you could see them doing that. The only thing you're missing is whenever they did any traveling to like because they even showed like the map while you're traveling. Like, where's the little red line? To go from place to place.
With the bastardized version of the Indiana Jones screen. But it did have a U-boat.
Yeah.
So Nazis were in it. So there you go. There's the link.
At least fascists. They had
Right.
fascists. Which is
It's okay.
6
We'll
in
allow
one
it.
hand, half a dozen in the other.
Yeah.
Remember, I've been playing a lot. I've played a bit of Hearts of Iron 4. So fascist Canada.
So that's a mindfuck. So in the chat, Beanhead says 2 was awesome, 3 was good, but not quite as good as 2. 4 is ace so far, so we'll see.
Yeah, 4. It just felt like everything came together. Like everything was so polished. The character development had reached a point and maturity for Drake, for Elena and stuff. And the way it all works together, and you do genuinely have a bit of an emotional tie to those characters at that point. I think especially if you played through the other adventures, so they ended it well. I think.
Yeah, with sense of content. So is that all you've been playing,
Pretty much.
James?
Yeah. Well, you could even say that Uncharted was a coming of age tale for Nathan. Like he's this wisecracking guy, and like by 4, he's an adult now. He's kind of done it. He's come of age. That's it. He's done. He's an adult. He's done it. It's his chapter of his life closed, and he can go on being a father. Hashtag headcanon. Lara Croft is technically Nathan Drake's daughter. Done. Nailed it. That's images in all your heads now. Can happen.
Yeah,
Could definitely be that. Mommy and Daddy aren't around, and I'm stuck with an English butler. What could they be doing? Maybe they got lost in a salvage operation. What? What? Did I just do that? Yeah, I did.
Yes, you made it all link.
Yeah, it's all headcanon.
Seamless.
And we're not even talking like now Lara. We're talking like Tomb Raider Lara Croft. Right? We're talking like
conical boobs. Lara
yeah,
Croft.
that's what I said. Like 1950s bra
Madonna
Lara Croft. Madonna Lara, exactly.
So Kim gave the rest for a bits to Hergelman because he was playing a god awful game.
He was
God awful game. It says.
Was he playing No Man's Sky?
Or was he playing with the Spoopy collection? Because he's got Spoopy games that I think Reese's cast bought for him.
And then you got spoiler alert, but the attic scene in Uncharted 4 was a hell of a level. The fan service of the highest order, because all the little Easter eggs from the other 3 games was nice. And apparently that game is better than this one.
Ooh.
But what is this awful game?
Yeah, what is it? Chris? Chris?
Come on.
How
You
bad
there?
is it?
On a scale of like, okay, so on a scale of, oh god, how can I offend the most people in this video game scale? On a scale of No Man's Sky to Barbie's Princess Horse Adventure, where is it? Or sorry, on a scale of No Man's Sky to Mighty Nine, where is it?
That's that.
Is it a Superman 64?
See, I tried.
Oh, that's awful.
Still the worst game I've ever played.
Okay, lower. You can go lower, Simmer, please. What's worse than Superman 64? And if you're saying like Atari era, like that game where you're a naked cowboy like having sex with an Indian woman, I'm gonna say no because
Yeah, we can't include Custer's Last Stand for that.
Custer's
no.
Last Stand. Yeah, no, relevant, right? Superman 64. We go there.
Is it Damnation bad?
Damnation.
Yeah, that game was fucking.
Terminator Salvation.
Bubsy the
yes,
Bobcat.
Bubsy the Bobcat. I'm going quick, I'm dead.
Don't even remember Bubsy. Yeah, here we go, guys. Now we're gonna figure out like, trying to think of bad because
Worst games ever.
yeah, worst
Terminator
games.
Salvation wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but like the thing is, you look at I look at like games that like, especially No Man's Sky. Remember, somebody approved that. There's a lot better vetting process of video games nowadays, unless you're DayZ. Remember, the game came out in 2013. It's still in early access. Best early access game, and still.
I didn't mind No Man's Sky. I didn't mind it that much.
I think looking back at it, from the glasses that we have, Fester's Quest.
on the Super Nintendo? Was it the Addams Family one? Or am I thinking of a different one?
Oh, hang on.
No idea. No.
What was the name of the game? I'll pull it up.
It was a horror game that the only thing you did was read awful horror stories.
Sounds like Outlast.
So you're just reading through the entire Stephen King bookload?
Just one big long text adventure.
It's the Garth Marenghi Chronicles. I mean, yeah. Looking at it, No Man's Sky wasn't awful.
How about James
It's
Bond 007 for the Game Boy?
There were a lot of bad Game Boy games, though, that I remember anyway.
Goosebumps? Yeah, but as we think about No Man's Sky, and I think we've said it a tons of times, that suffered from the hype train. It was a average game that got hyped too hard.
Driver 3 at times had some bad level design.
Simmer, is that even a game? Or are you just putting words together at this point? I'm going to have to Google this.
I don't know a Mystery of Convoy.
Well, while you're Googling it, we shall do shout-outs, I think.
It exists. Apparently Game Grumps played it.
Hey.
You need to ban Beanhead from the chat.
Oh.
Oh.
that's a timeout right there.
It's a hashtag shots fire.
Apparently it is a game Danicon reviewed it.
But remember, the
Mystery.
fact that he said it means he was listening. Beanhead did listen to the show.
So yeah, shout outs time, I think. And the big one that we should be doing is Kim, the patron saint of
Hi,
technology.
Kim.
There we go. Hi Kim. Thank you. To everyone who's also listening, I give them a shout out as well because, you've been around with us for quite a while and it's been over a year. So we've got to thank you for that. Carl, do you have any shout outs at all?
Just these wonderful people right here, watching now, chatting away. All the people who play Rocket League with your excellent community night, mate. All those good guys.
Yeah. Okay, and also we should shout out Tom Merritt as well because on Monday, hopefully, if everything goes okay, there will be round 2 of the head-to-head at the Crash of the Titans where we play Crash 2. They expect me to fall behind and lose again, which, yeah, I'm expecting this time. Yes, we did say Rocket League Bean. Also, Abs, give him a shout out because he was on Rocket League earlier. Was he on Rocket League earlier? He was on Rocket League earlier, if you think last night being earlier. And he was also on Micro Machines with Tom as well. So, yeah, that's pretty much my shout outs. And any shout outs, James?
Our sick host, Hergelman, whose throat isn't feeling well. Get better soon. You should get better soon. I don't want to make any lewd gestures about what you did with your throat to make it sore, but
But it wasn't a banana.
exactly. I'm not going to just let chat let that marinate there. It's going to be there. I don't even think he's in chat right now, so I can shots fired all over the place. He won't watch the VOD. Not this far, at least. And somebody frantically clips this and sends it to Hergelman, and
Waits for Geo to pop up and go, did someone say clips?
clips. To obviously Kim, our patron saint, to other Kim, my Kim, who does our Instagram. Do you know she does that? We have an Instagram. It's very geeky and interesting, especially if you want to see behind the scenes of what my life is like when I'm not sitting in front of you. She takes very candid pictures of me. I think there's me in a sofa with all of the things covered on me, not feeling well, and then she proceeds to put stuffed animals on top of me as I'm passed out sick. It's very interesting. Some may even call it avant-garde art. But yeah, if you want more of Tigwhippy's, not in video or audio form, but just still photo form, because remember, each photo is worth 1,000 words, and we have like 50 photos, so it's like 50,000 words for you right there, waiting for you. Also, Adam, who did all the graphics, still he's done them. I'm trying to get him to do more, because guess what, guys? We have a subscriber button in emotes. We're working on getting an emote. We should do emotes, guys. There's some awesome emotes. Everybody else has emotes. We don't have emotes yet, but I'm working on that.
Yeah, I mean, emotes. You want to see emotes? We can show you emotes.
Hey, I see what you did there. Perfect.
Yes. See, Spider has his emotes as well.
I know. We're lagging behind. But we'll get there. We'll get there soon. And also to all of you in the chat who like showing up every Friday to watch 4 people with varying degrees of beard talk about video games. I say varying degrees. We have had ladies on the show. And I don't say ladies should or should not have beards. I'm just giving them the option to have them or not have them. And I have to say, have we had any male host that had any male on the show who hasn't had a beard? No, I don't think so.
I thought you had to.
Yeah, it's
That's why I grew it.
Exactly, prerequisite of having the show.
Like Rick Grimes. Yes, he's become Andrew Lincoln.
I'm just waiting for him to make really bad dad jokes now. Hey, Carl! Yeah.
We have Abs and Curtis for that.
Lard Grimes.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently to be on this show, you need to have a beard. If you don't have a beard, then you must be female. Though it's kind of like when you go to a work situation where like all guys have to wear slacks, but women can wear skirts or slacks. Oh God, Chris, you started leveling again? It almost sounds like you're trying to make me play a video game.
Yes, like your beard must be this long to be on a podcast.
You must have this much testosterone to enter.
If you're male with female, do whatever you like.
We're fine with that. We're just happy you show up.
And if you don't want to just also show up here, you can also show up on my stuff, which is on Twitch. It's on Facebook, on Twitter, the Xbox Live, your PSNs, it's a lot of Team Maker across the board. You know where I am. Carl, where can they find you, matey?
You can find me on PSN at Strathem. You can find me on Twitch at Sarathem, Srathem. Same for Twitter. I'm always on Twitter, so go find me on there.
Yeah, I noticed. I remember all that Rocket League tweeting that was happening last night, and I'm just going, what's going wrong with my phone?
Bzz, bzz, bzz.
I'm not even there.
And like 80% of it is just funny GIFs.
Pretty much.
So.
As is our Discord, which people should join as well.
Yeah, we actually have people on it. And if there's, for no other reason, we have a stream announcements channel where you can just pimp your stuff out. Because obviously, I think that's tenet 5 of Tigwhippies is shameless plugs whenever possible.
Pretty much. That's one of our laws. Because isn't one of our... Let's have a look at it, because you didn't put the laws on that Twitch, didn't you?
Yeah, no.
No.
There's chat rules. It's under chat rules. Do we have chat rules? We do have chat rules. I know I typed them.
But they're not showing.
Well, it's because you're following the channel. It's when people show up for the first time.
Okay. So yeah, we do have them then.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
See, thank you, Kim. We do. Verified. Kim, if Kim says it, then it's true.
Yep. The patron saint, we do not doubt the patron saint.
If she says, you have chat rules. Yes, we do. James doesn't have a beard. No, I don't.
Well, you kind of do.
Yeah,
it's there.
It shows up.
It's there in practice. So where can they find you, matey?
I'm Tigwhippies. Technically, I go off the handle Spike SP2579, but that is slowly evolving into Tigwhippy Spike, and probably rule: don't be a dick. Pretty much. And even then, don't be a dick. And even then, we can kind of bend that rule a little bit. We do tend to.
If you make us laugh while being a dick, then we'll kind of let you away with it.
It's usually why we have at least 3 hosts, because if there's a 2-host majority that finds it funny, then you're fine. But it's when there's it's a pretty democratic system. 2 of us find it funny, it's funny. Then the other person could be butthurt. If 2 of us find it not funny, then Simmer drops the ban hammer.
Away it goes.
Or Hergelman with the finger guns.
Watch me with a stern look. This is why we'll last the least when I'm there.
But I laugh more because remember, right now Will is in control because I am caged. You're not here to enable me. Thus, it was only an hour and a half show, and we didn't go over time. If you were here, 3 hours. Dead, just 3 hours and just 45 minutes of nonsense.
So we got to give him a respite before he comes back full guns blazing. Full finger guns blazing.
Finger guns blazing.
So that though, I'm going to say thank you very much, Carl, for jumping in.
Yeah.
For us. Again, it's a pleasure as always.
Welcome. Anytime, mate. Anytime.
Hagelman, go get better as well. So we can have you back on as well to increase the awesomeness.
3 hours. It was 3 hours, Kim. Usually they're 3 hours and they're not normal shows. They're usually hobbled together with duct tape and glue and just ridiculousness. Look back to Overwatch, episode 48.
46.
46. That's usually what happens.
It's on YouTube.
There's a reason to go to YouTube. There it is.
So, put the others up on there.
They're all on Twitch. You can watch them on demand on VOD on Twitch.
Which helps us out as well.
And on that note, good night, everybody.
Bye.